So folks, today we will be learning about views in SQL. So what are views and why are they useful? See, views are basically defined in order to make the complex query simple to execute. Like you have encountered many times, you need to write complex queries many times, right? Many times, and that too the complex. So in order to simplify that, views are created. Okay, so let me take an example. I have taken a database HR in which I am using the table employees. Okay, so I will be running this query. So this is a very simple query, right? You can write it very easily and it will give me all the detail related to the employees table. Now suppose if we want to write the query like this seems somewhat difficult to us, right? And that too, if we need to write it again and again, then it becomes a complex task, a very complex task, right? So in order to simplify this, the views were created. Like if from in the employees table, if I need to fetch the first name, email, salary, job ID, and then I need to rank it according to the job ID. Okay. So first of all, let me run this query. What result it will give me? Well, it will give me is this. Now it has divided every job ID according to the rank. Okay, so whenever there are more than uh, one account of the same job ID, it will be defined according to the rank. Like you can see here, like FI account has many entries here, so it has been given the rank and it has been sorted into the descending order, as I have already mentioned here, like partition by job ID, which it has already partitioned, and then it has ordered by the salary which is in the decreasing order. Now the point here is, like, we are writing this complex query here. Why cannot we create this view for this query? Okay, so in order to create the view, here's a simple syntax. We need to write create or replace view, the view name. According to your convenience, you can write any view name, and then as the query which you have run it here. Okay, so when you will execute this, what will happen is it will create the view. Okay, let me check what it is saying. At on near select. Okay, just let me run it again. Yes, it has created. Now if you want to see the views, where are the views, like related to this table, so I can see it here. Okay, so see, I have created one view, employee info, that is visible now. Okay, so now you can easily run this query in order to fetch out the similar data which we fetched out from this complex query, right? We simply need to write down here, select star from view name, and this is the view name which we have created initially. Okay, you simply need to write this and all the result related to that complex query will occur here. Now in order to alter the view name, if you need to rename the view name, then you can simply write it as alter view, the view name, rename to, and the name which you need to give. Now if I run this query, it it is executed. Now if you need to refresh it, you can refresh it. You can see this. Now you can check it from here. The employee info which was initially created is now converted into the staff info. Now you can also drop this staff info. Okay, if you want to view, if you want to delete it. Okay, now if you want to delete any view, you can delete it from here. Okay, so you need to simply run this query, drop view if exist. Now this if exist is not compulsory, it's just a precautionary step. Like it have it and generally it is a precautionary step, because if we need to write a view name with this name, okay, and if it already exists, then it will replace this or it will drop this. Okay, so it is a precautionary step. So what I'm writing is drop view if exists staff info, that is a there is a view name. Now I will run this query, it will drop this. Now if you will check it from here, now you can see there are no views available. Okay, so in this way you can drop this. Now what are materialized view? What happens is we created here the simple view. What is the difference between the simple view and materialized view? In simple view, whatever the data you are fetching from the table, it is directly fetched from the table. No data is physically loaded into that view. By this definition, what I mean is, like, if you are creating the view, the data which you are fetching is coming from the table itself. The data which is fetched will not be loaded into this view, into the simple view. But in materialized view, what happens is when you create such view, okay, so data which you are fetching from the table, it automatically gets loaded into that view in the materialized view, correct, section. Okay, it is the same process of when we need to create the materialized view, it is the same process as we created the simple view. Only the basic difference is we need to write the materialized here. Now what I will do is I will create the view as create materialized view, the view name which I need to give as the query which I executed earlier. Okay, so in this way I can create the view. Let me run this query. I have run this query, it has been executed. Now I only simply need to write the view name, like as we fetch the data from the table, like if we say select star from the employees, in a similar fashion we need to write select star from view name, that is information. Now I will run this query. See, it has given me all the data which I executed earlier. Okay, now as I told you, the difference between the simple view and the materialized view is that the physical data is not gets loaded into the view in the simple view case, but in materialized view case it gets loaded. Now whatever the changes, now after running these queries, whatever changes I make in the table, it automatically gets changed in the simple view also, because the view is because ultimately what is the simple view is doing is it is fetching from the table. Now whenever the data is changed in the table, so when we will fetch the data from the view after changing of data, we will get the updated data. Okay, we will not get that old data which was initially exist with us. Now we have changed the data, it will now change and it will now give the result. Now let's say for example, if I want to delete the data from the table which has the first name as William. Okay, so what I'll do is I will delete from table name, and the table name is employees, where first name is William and email equals to, I need to write it down. It's very frustrating sometimes, but I need to write it to tell you guys that how it works. Okay, now I'm going to execute this. Now see the magic. You can check it. The data has been deleted related to the Williams. Okay, in the same fashion, when I run this query, see, the Williams is gone. Now what happens is when I will run this view, the simple view, keep in mind when I'm running this simple view, it has, okay, I have changed this to staff, right? I have changed it to staff initially. Okay, I have dropped it. Okay, so I need to create it. So when I'm creating it, you can see the data does not exist related to the William in simple view, right? This is because it is directly fetching data from the table. So I have made some changes to the table which is now also occurring in the simple view. Now what materialized view does is when I created the materialized view, after updating the table, the data related to the William is still there. See, you see, this is because, as I already told you, in materialized view, the data automatically gets loaded into the view itself after fetching, and then it shows the result. Now, after that, whatever changes happens in the data in the table, materialized view doesn't care about that. It has now its own data. It will show that only. In a similar fashion, it has its own data like this, which we have created earlier. It will show the data itself. Now, if we will refresh the materialized view, like this is a sentence of refreshing the materialized view. If we refresh the materialized view, what happens is, now I will run this query. Now you can see the magic. Now you see the data related to Williams is now gone, right? I think this can be clearly understood by the refresh syntax, right? What refresh doing is, it's refreshing the materialized view. Now, after refreshing, what the refresh tool materialized view is like, you need to go to the table, check the data, that whether that data is all right or not. And if there's any change, then you bring that change into yourself also. Okay. So what is happening here is materialized refresh is telling the information that go into the table and check that whether are there any changes done or not. Now, when view went to this table, it has found that data related to the Williams has been deleted. It has now refreshed. So, in a same fashion, it is showing it is there for showing the updated data. You can see it is now updated. Okay. In a similar fashion, as you drop the simple view here, like drop view if exists staff info, you can also drop the materialized view if you need. And the basic syntax will be drop materialized view if exist information. You can run this and you can, okay, my bad, when why it is not deleting, it says syntax error at or near select it. Why I don't know why it is showing me this error. It's yes, now the materialized view is deleted. Now if we try to run this, you can check it does not exist, right? So in this way view works. So views are basically used to simplify our work of writing complex queries again and again into a simple task. And in the same way material view does this work. Okay, so keep in mind, while writing complex query, you can simply write views in order to have the data quickly and in an efficient manner, and it is always useful in scenarios where you are writing complex query again and again. And in this scenario, by the scenario I mean, like if it is if you are working in any MNC or any company, you need to fetch data every day, right? So instead of fetching that data every day and writing that complex query again and again, you can simply create the view and you can run that view. So what happens is, you only need to write the one line related to that complex query and it will automatically show you the result. So this is the main purpose of the view. I hope you guys like this video. Do comment and subscribe and like, and also tell me about the topics which you need me to cover on the next on this YouTube lessons. I will be happy to share those lessons. What and why I'm saying this is because if you will be telling me about the lessons that I need to cover, it will I will also have a good grasp on that, and you too. I will also learn that, and you too. So with me, you will also learn that. So this is my main motto. Okay. So for now, goodbye, guys. Tell me in the comment section which topic do you want me to cover in the next videos, and I'll happily do that. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.